All in due time, my beloved. All in due time. Hello everyone, happy Saturday and welcome to our daily ritual. I'm Reese Brown with the Cohere Collective, and our daily ritual is a secular, devotional, daily spiritual session to help you build coherence into your daily routine. Today we are focusing on the sixth pillar of coherence, which is purpose, that manifests as creativity, and this is an offered intention, something for you to focus on in today's session, the thing that I will be focusing on going into today's session. But of course, if there is anything else that you would like guidance on or wanting to focus on or currently working on, absolutely, please call that energy in as well. Okay, to get us started, I'm going to use some incense to cleanse our shared space. And as I do so, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your vision and begin to deepen your breath. As you deepen your breath, come into your body, come into this present moment, and just start to notice. How is your body doing today? Are you feeling a little groggy? Feeling really energized? Is there anything on your mind? If so, how can the breath help us set it aside for just the next few minutes to really allow ourselves to show up presently here? Any to-do list, any thing that needs to get done will still be there once this is over. But if you're able to really focus on you in these next few minutes, you'll be able to tackle those things with a little bit more clarity, a little bit more love, a little bit more presence, a little bit more coherence, maybe. Here in a moment, I am going to invite you to take a deep breath with me. And when we do so, I want you to make it the deepest breath of the day so far. Okay. Whenever that breathing pattern allows, take that deep breath in. And keep expanding, keep filling up your lungs. And exhale. And tune in to the collective. To everyone that is here across space and time, sharing this breath and sharing this ritual. Slowly allow your breathing to return to its comfortable, familiar rhythm. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Moving in to our cards for today, I am going to start shuffling, and as I do so, I invite you to call back in this theme of purpose that manifests as creativity, and anything else that you may have intended or called in at the beginning of today's session, or now, if something else is occurring to you, bring it to the front of mind. Another familiar face in our cards, just like the Queen of Cups was familiar. We've been seeing a lot of this guy too, the Knight of Cups. And we've had a few different messages with the Knight of Cups, but he is a gallant knight on horseback of a beautiful blonde stallion with red and turquoise robes over his armor, a hat with feathers pluming, a helmet with feathers pluming out of the top, and one cup extended out in hand, about to cross over this river that's in front of him in the desert. And yes, of course, cups, the suit of love, the emotions, the feelings, the this, this space, and also of renewal, right? As the Knight of Cups steps through this river, we never enter the same river twice. We are being called to remember how each new day, each new moment is an opportunity to embrace our experience with fresh eyes and love, appreciation, gratitude. The Knight of Cups, the Knights are often considered the messengers, actors, warriors of the tarot. While the pages are kind of like new messages, the Knights are like bringing the fulfillment of those messages, if that makes sense. So this is the fulfillment of that fresh love energy with our purpose. Fulfillment is coming. It is on the horizon. But the key is not to focus on that end goal, right? We talk about this all the time with purpose. It is not a box to be checked. It is in the pursuing, it is in the evolving, it is in the doing that the purpose actually arises. As soon as you create it as a box to be checked, you have unpurposified your purpose, because it undoes the ever-evolving sense of you-ness that exists within your very reason for moving forward, for being here. Life is an evolution. Human beings change inherently. And so any purpose for a human being, for a human life, must lend an eye towards evolution. But in evolution, there are deaths. There are also rebirths and beginnings. And in this cycle of purpose, wholeheartedness reaches us, right? This is wholeheartedness reaching us. That's what this night is bringing us, is a renewed sense of, I used the word fulfillment earlier, openness, maybe alignment is a word that resonates to this purpose energy. Whatever creative pursuit you may be working on or moving towards, think about the ways in which you can simply open your arms and accept the feeling of purposeness that arises, right? I think so often when we're chasing purpose down at a breakneck pace, we blaze right past it and you miss it, right? The Knights in the tarot also move at different speeds. I actually want to show you this because I think it's really cool. So I'm going to pause and come back with all of the Knights so I can show you the speeds at which they move. Okay. For those of you listening, I'm going to try my best to describe the cards, but, hop over to YouTube if you would like the visual representation. So these are the 4 Knights in the tarot, and you can see how the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest. The horse is straight upright. The knight himself is just sat firmly on the horse, right? Then the next is the Knight of Cups, our card for today. And the horse does have one foot out, moving forward. The knight looks a little bit more engaged, but still not moving quickly. Then we have the Knight of Wands, and both of the front legs of the horse are lifted. The Knight of Wands is engaged, riding on horseback, moving forward for sure. And then the quickest of the knights is the Knight of Swords. And there is obvious wind in the art of this card. The horse is legs outstretched, pushing forward. The Knight of Swords is leaning into the gallop, sword raised aloft ahead of him. So these are our knights. And they move at different speeds. So with the Knight of Cups being not the slowest, but certainly not a fast knight, it's a reminder to call in patience. Kind of related to yesterday, right? Faith that your purpose is arising. It is coming, but it is part of the journey. And it's not going to take forever because it is this evolution, right? It's always happening. It's always evolving, but it's going to take time to get used to noticing when purpose arises, as opposed to feeling the anxiety of purpose and feeling like you never really know when it's going to hit you and confused about when it does. And what does it mean? And am I on the right path? And what's the difference between enjoying something and it being my purpose and a career versus work versus friends and like, what? All in due time, my beloved. All in due time. To move into our mantra today, inspired by the Knight of Cups and our theme of purpose that manifests as creativity, and anything else that you may have called in to today's session, our mantra is going to be, I am ready for my purpose, and my purpose is ready for me. Staying open, staying ready, but not in heavy anticipation with bated breath, creates a gentleness through which purpose can come to you. I think we've talked about it before, where it's like you don't want to back purpose into a corner and then it's cowering away from you in fear because you're kind of pursuing it so hard, like a wild animal. It'll reach out and bite. And letting that animal come to you, you build a companionship. Here in a moment, I am going to invite you to take a deep breath with me again. And on the exhale, this time we will repeat our mantra of I am ready for my purpose and my purpose is ready for me. Okay. Whenever you're ready, take that deep breath in. And exhale, repeating the mantra. I am ready for my purpose, and my purpose is ready for me. I have a silly prompt for today for our practice, but I think you're gonna like it. Maybe some of you will like it. Maybe some of you will really struggle with it. But today's prompt is to take a nap. Why am I saying that like it's so revolutionary? But maybe it is. Maybe it is revolutionary for you. Anyone who knows me knows I fuck with a nap. I can fuck a nap up. But here's the trick with napping. You have to be careful. She is a tempestuous mistress. If you are doing this in the middle of the day and you don't want to throw the entire portion of your day off, think really carefully about how long you want to nap and how you want to set an alarm. If there are things that you need to get back to, maybe you only give yourself 10 minutes. And yes, you can take a 10-minute nap, even though it's like, well, isn't that basically just like resting? I'm not going to fall asleep. Sure. But it still allows for a kind of nervous system reset and a time of doing nothing, right? To kind of that same energy. If you have a little bit more time, maybe think 20, 30 minutes. I have found that 33 minutes is actually a really good time for me to not get fully into sleep, but get enough rest that when I wake up, I do feel like I got something out of it. But if you have just oodles of time today and maybe your sleep schedule's been off and you need to make up some sleep debt, maybe give it an hour and a half. But be mindful of not throwing off your sleep schedule, not ruining your sleep tonight, and setting yourself up for success with this. I'll also throw out there, the way you wake up from a nap I think is really important. I hate alarm clock sounds. They are so jarring, and the idea of coming out of a restful, recharged sleep like first thing in the morning or after a nap that the intention is to I keep using that. What is that? I hope you know what I mean, because I'm not thinking of a word that really describes what I mean by that. But you don't want to lose all of that because all of a sudden a duck is quacking, right? Or an old-timey telephone is going off. Like, this is what I mean by set yourself up for success. If you don't have something that can gently wake you up, I really love the app Insight Timer. It's a free meditation app, and you can set timers on it with all sorts of different really lovely sounds. You can also set it to where every few minutes you can set the intervals. A singing bowl will go off, or wind chimes, or blocks, some sort of kind of natural sound. This is a meditation technique to, if your mind has wandered, call you back into the present moment, but also may be helpful for napping if, you want to spend some time just resting, but you don't want to let yourself get fully in REM, right? But yes, it's a free app. There are in-app purchases for certain things, but it works I don't pay for anything with it, and I use it anytime I nap or meditate, because also if I meditate laying down instead of sitting up, depends on the vibe for the day, I have a tendency to fall asleep. So it's nice to have that on the back end too, just to ensure you're not going to fall asleep and lose the rest of your day. And then set your phone or maybe whatever else you're using as an alarm or a timer away from you so that you can't just, while laying down, reach over and turn it off and roll over and go back to sleep, right? Set yourself up for success. Thank you very much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's ritual. If you did, please share it with someone else that you think would also enjoy it, or maybe needs to hear this message today. If you made it all the way here to the end of our ritual, drop the wind blowing emoji in the comments for me so I know you made it. I think that's like an emoji representation of because it's kind of the wind, right? I hope that makes sense, but drop that in the comments for me so I know you made it and that this resonated. Thank you all very much for being here with me today, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you right back here on Monday. Our Daily Ritual is a podcast by the Cohere Collective, here to help you build purpose and coherence into your daily routine. Consider leaving us a like if you liked it, or a 5-star rating or a review to let other people know that you like it. And it's the best way to support the Cohere Collective, our daily ritual, and to allow me to keep making these for you. A big thank you to Podington Bear for our Daily Rituals theme music, and as always, I hope you feel like you are living more coherently. Until next time, love.